Friday morning, and I think it's a bit late.
I mean, when you think of the things that dogs...
Isn't it? It's 7:44 in old time, which isn't good. It isn't good at all. It means I'm a little bit late. I did one of them things this morning. I've had the brain traffic this morning. I did one of them things where I was getting ready and my thoughts were wandering, and it could have been like 4 hours that I was stood in the bathroom for, or it could have been like a millisecond. Yeah, I started thinking about limiting beliefs this morning. So if I'm a bit bunged up, I woke up with literally my head just filled with clag. My eyes were all gunk in them and stuff. I think I've got the second coming of this lurgy that I had. Not very good. Anyway, as I was kind of getting ready in a really dazed fashion, my brain was wandering to limiting beliefs. Now it started because I started thinking it because I was there's been a few things really at work, or in a work environment, where I felt like I'm an underachiever. I feel like this often. I've got a healthy arrogance about me when it comes to... I'm going to sneeze in a second. Jesus. Oh, bless me. Yeah, I've got a healthy arrogance when it comes to my brain, because when I was growing up, I was told quite often that I was clever by my mum, by my dad in a negative way. He used to say I was too clever, too smart for my own good, and by teachers at school. In primary school, they wanted to push me up a year. All except Mrs. Hare, the head teacher. She was just horrible. But yeah, I remember my English teacher. Well, she was probably my first English teacher. At primary school, this was in the top class. Had a teacher called Mrs. Walker. Why don't you just pull out there? That'd be good, wouldn't it? Right. It's alright, you're welcome. Do you want to get onto the right side of the road now? Jesus. Crikey. Yeah, you watch out when you're driving out of Addingham opposite the co-op. There's a person in a red Citroen Picasso who, I don't know, it's almost like the car's driving itself, but in a bad way. No awareness at all. Anyway, I was always told when I was a kid that I was clever. I remember having a lot of confidence issues and stuff when I was at high school because I was being bullied. I was never bullied because I was stupid. I was bullied because I just wanted everyone to be my friend, and I just wasn't streetwise at all, and I had massive glasses that made me look like an owl and sticky out teeth that made me look like Goofy. So yeah, well, my mum used to say I looked like Plug from the what's the name of the kids in Beano, the Bash Street kids. I think that was it. Yeah, and this is the Backstreet Boys. So yeah, so I had a bit of a confidence issue about the way I looked and the way I kind of was, but I never had a confidence issue about my brain and my ability to retain information and to think up kind of theories about stuff, and just my quick wit. I never ever had an issue about that. And I remember at high school, probably in year 8, we put a piece of paper on our desk and we had to go around the class and write down a nice thing about every single person in the class. We had to write something positive. And when I got mine back, I was really surprised. Everyone had thought that I was clever and funny. That is set into my head now as there's a really strong belief that no matter what happens, I'm clever and I'm funny, and that's just because I had that positive reinforcement about it. And I remember my A-level English teacher, when I was going through some rough times during the Prozac years, as I call it, and I wasn't going to college and I wasn't doing any of my work, and I was just I was just wasting myself really. I was just in a really, really dark place. I was contemplating suicide on a daily basis, and I had OCD and was picking up random things because I had to, and my life was just a total mess. And I applied for Reading Uni and Bangor Uni, and my teachers said if I didn't get into Reading, which was a really good school for English, then I should redo the year and try to get into Oxford or Cambridge. And that was a massive confidence boost, even in my kind of dark, plebby, horrible existence. I think they put on this is one line that every time I'm feeling down, this goes into my brain all the time. They put in my school report that I had the most original mind that they'd ever seen. And I took that as a compliment. I don't know whether I should have or not. But these are all my positive reinforcement things. And my negative reinforcement beliefs were that I was clumsy and I always break things. And I think it's so important now when you're talking to people, especially kids, not to say, oh, you're so clumsy, but just to say, oh, well, that was clumsy, wasn't it? Because I don't have any belief systems based on people saying, oh, well, that was a bit stupid. I don't think I'm stupid because someone said that, but I must have done stupid things. But people, the beliefs about me being clever were people saying you're clever, not you've done a clever thing. And I think with the positive, you need to instill that. I think with the negative, you need to take, just talk about the behaviour rather than the person. Because, I think I'm clumsy. I think I can't wear white clothes without getting muck all over them, which I do now because I believe I will. I was always told, I'm not very confident about my looks because I was always told at school that I was an embarrassment to be seen with because of where I looked and stuff by the kids. I find it hard to make friends because I was the one that was always picked last. The cleverness and funniness stuff hasn't overridden those kind of insecurities really, even though I know that I'm awesome now and I'm pretty and it's fine. But I still do have, I've had to work hard on that. I really have. Other negative beliefs I forgot. You're unemployable, you're never gonna get a job. That's what my dad used to say. Whereas I kind of fight against that because I know that if I'm in a situation where I'm made redundant or I'm unemployed or whatever, I'm very marketable and I will get a job straight away. And I've made it my mission to set that off against it, but it isn't completely gone, that belief system, because I've found myself sometimes I can be a bit of a workaholic and a bit of a self-saboteur, and also I can feel guilty if I'm not doing stuff all the time, and I'm pretty sure that's come from my dad. My dad was a workaholic, or is, I don't know, don't speak to my dad anymore. Okay. There we go. So these negative things. So being told that had a massive impact on my life. So I think it's a bit of an insight really into why we are how we are. We are a product of a lot of things, but a lot of it is what people say to us, especially when we're growing up. Now I don't really care. I'm already formed, I think, but I do know it's important, and I do know that I can't fit in today. Is there any gaps down there? There might be. Yeah, there might be. Maybe I'm thinking between that Mini and that Range Rover, it could be a little wonderful world just for me. There ain't though. Oh no. Oh no. My nose is dripping like a tap. Really not very well. Okay. A bit close to them binny bin. Okay. Could have been though, it could have been amazing. Ooh, it's a lump. There we go. Okay. I guess the moral of the story is I feel like a massive underachiever. I feel like I shouldn't have squandered my brain, but I think I've had so many conflicting beliefs flying around my head from such an early age that I've got this drive to achieve my potential and be clever, and then I've got constantly people telling me no, you can't do it as well. So I've been rather confused the whole of my life, really. I have. It's like I know I could have been in Mensa. I know that I had a Mensa kind of brain. I did a test. I wanted to get it marked and actually be a Mensa, and my mum wouldn't pay for it because we were really poor. There were a lot of things really where not having any money did hold me back. It really did. It got to the point where I wouldn't tell my mum if we were going on a skiing trip to Austria because I didn't want her feeling bad about not being able to afford for me to go. So there were lots of little things like that, like violin. I used to have violin lessons and learned violin until they started charging for it, and then I couldn't do it anymore. So there were a lot of times though that money didn't stop us doing things, like with the horse riding. We just did it anyway because it was important, and I think I've taken that on board now because I'm really, really skint. And I probably will be going to Scarborough Comic Con tomorrow because life's too short. So yeah, that was quite a deep one for me. I've not done a deep one for a while. So I guess the moral of the story is that a lot of your belief systems are kind of put there by other people, but don't let other people dictate how you live your life. Maybe it's time for me to stop underachieving. It's time for me to start being something a bit more magical than what I'm doing at the moment. I don't know. Anyway, I need to get in work and blow my nose because we've got like proper man-sized Kleenex on our desks and it's nice and soft on my nose. And I don't have any tissues in the car. And it's also 7:56 in old time. So I'm going to go. I'm going to let you ponder on those belief system things and see if there's any that you can recognise, little sentences. And I think you'll probably find that you can pinpoint them right down to the moment that they were said as well, which is really interesting, how one moment can actually resonate with you throughout like 40 years. Our brains are weird. It's all very, very whack, isn't it? All this. It's insane. Anyway, I'm going to go. Have a great weekend. I forgot it was Friday. It's Friday. Bye.